Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel UK News. We hope you are doing great. Well, in this video, we will talk about Bayesian yacht sinking. Divers resume search for 6 missing people. UK tech entrepreneur Mike Lynch and his daughter among those unaccounted for after vessel capsized off Sicily. Sicily yacht sinking, latest news. Specialist divers have launched a fresh search for 6 people missing after a superyacht capsized off the coast of Sicily, including the British tech entrepreneur Mike Lynch and his teenage daughter. The British-flagged Bayesian, a 56-meter sailboat, was carrying 22 people and anchored just offshore near the port of Porticello when it was hit by a waterspout at about 5 a.m. local time, 4 a.m. British summer time, on Monday, the Italian Coast Guard said in a statement. One man, Riccardo Thomas, understood to be the vessel's chef and an Antiguan citizen, was confirmed dead. 6 others, including Lynch, 59, and his 18-year-old daughter, Hannah, remained unaccounted for on Tuesday morning. Jonathan Bloomer, the chair of Morgan Stanley International, and Chris Morvillo, a lawyer at the legal firm Clifford Chance, and both their wives are also among the missing. The Coast Guard previously said those unaccounted for had British, American, and Canadian nationalities. Diving teams from the Italian firefighting service, who arrived from Rome, Sassari, and Cagliari on Monday, completed another dive on Tuesday morning. Marco Tilata, who is in charge of the firefighter divers from Palermo, said there were numerous challenges in recovering bodies. We have just completed the latest dive to inspect the boat, Tilata said. The greatest challenge is the depth, which does not allow for immediate interventions. You have to consider that when we go underwater, we have 3 minutes to descend and 8 minutes to work on the wreck. Then we have to begin the ascent phase. There is also the problem of accessing the vessel with all the belongings inside and the fact that the boat is positioned at 90 degrees. We have not yet entered the boat. We plan to do so soon and inspect every inch of the vessel. Tilata said that apart from the body found on Monday, no others had been located. 15 people were rescued, including Lynch's wife, Angela Baccarez, who owned the boat, and a 1-year-old girl who was saved by her mother. Lynch co-founded Autonomy, a software business that became one of the shining lights of the UK tech scene in the mid-90s. Once described as Britain's Bill Gates, Lynch spent much of the past decade in court defending his name against allegations of fraud related to the sale of Autonomy to the U.S. tech company Hewlett-Packard for $11 billion. The 59-year-old was acquitted by a jury in San Francisco in June, after he had spent more than a year living in effect under house arrest. Upon his acquittal, Lynch told reporters, "I am looking forward to returning to the UK and getting back to what I love most, my family and innovating in my field." Morvillo represented Lynch at the trial, while Bloomer, who is also non-executive chair of the insurer Hiscox, appeared at the trial as a defense witness for Lynch. Aki Hussain, the group chief executive of Hiscox, said, "We are deeply shocked and saddened by this tragic event. Our thoughts are with all those affected, in particular our chair, Jonathan Bloomer, and his wife, Judy, who are among the missing, and with their family as they await further news from this terrible situation." A spokesperson for the British Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office said on Monday, "We are in contact with the local authorities following an incident in Sicily and stand ready to provide consular support to British nationals affected." The UK's Marine Accident Investigation Branch said 4 of its inspectors were being deployed to Palermo in Sicily. Karsten Borner, 69, the captain of a sailboat that was alongside the Bayesian, said the vessel carrying Lynch and 21 other passengers sank within minutes. "We were also awakened by the storm," Karsten said. "The first thing I did was to start the engines of my sailboat to give more stability to the vessel. I don't know if the Bayesian did the same. It seems like they were also suddenly caught by the storm. After securing our boat, we immediately approached the Bayesian. But it had already sunk." I have never seen a vessel of this size go down so quickly. Within a few minutes, there was nothing left. Then we saw the raft with the 15 passengers. It was a tragedy. Britons, Americans, and Canadian missing after storm sinks yacht off Sicily. Video. 103. Britons, Americans, and Canadian missing after storm sinks yacht off Sicily. Video. Fabio Cefalù, 36, a fisher from Porticello, was one of the first to attempt to help the Bayesian. I arrived at the port at 3:30 for a fishing trip, he said. But when we saw the first flashes of lightning, we decided to stop. At 3:55, a mini tornado arrived. The docks of the port diverted it, and it hit the sailboat head-on. They were in the wrong place at the wrong time. Cefalù said the whirlwind lasted about 10 minutes with strong winds and rain. He added, "We saw a flare 500 meters from the dock. We went to see what had happened. We only saw the floating debris of the boat. We immediately called the Coast Guard. The sea was terrible. The wind very strong. The storm destroyed my solar panels. The vessel was hit head-on. I thought I would find someone in the sea, but nothing. The boat had disappeared from the radar. In my opinion, the missing passengers are still on board. They were caught in their sleep by the storm and didn't have time to get out." Bayesian had completed a number of sailings in recent days, calling at various ports in Sicily, according to the ship tracking website Vessel Finder. The superyacht can accommodate up to 12 guests in 6 suites and was listed for rent for up to €195,000, £166,000 a week. It was built in 2008 by the Italian company Perini Navi. In a separate development on Monday, Lynch's co-defendant at the U.S. trial, Stephen Chamberlain, died after being hit by a car while outrunning in Cambridgeshire. Chamberlain, the former vice president of finance at Autonomy, was hit on Saturday morning and had been placed on life support. In a statement, Chamberlain's lawyer, Gary Linsenberg, said he had died after being fatally struck by a car while outrunning. Linsenberg added, "He was a courageous man with unparalleled integrity, and we deeply miss him. He fought successfully to clear his good name, which lives on through his wonderful family." Chamberlain's family described the 52-year-old in a statement as a much-loved husband, father, son, brother, and friend. Lynch was awarded an OB for services to enterprise in 2006 and appointed in 2011 to the Science and Technology Council of the then Prime Minister, David Cameron. He was elected as a Fellow to the Royal Academy of Engineering in 2008 and the Royal Society in 2014. This is what we're up against. Bad actors spreading disinformation online to fuel intolerance. Teams of lawyers from the rich and powerful trying to stop us publishing stories they don't want you to see. Lobby groups with opaque funding who are determined to undermine facts about the climate emergency and other established science. Authoritarian states with no regard for the freedom of the press. But we have something powerful on our side. We've got you. This is why we're inviting you to access our brilliant, investigative journalism with exclusive digital extras to unlock. Unlimited articles in our app. 2. Ad-free reading on all your devices. 3. Exclusive newsletter for supporters, sent every week from the Guardian newsroom. 4. Far fewer asks for support. 5. Full access to the Guardian Feast app. The Guardian is funded by readers like you in India, and the only person who decides what we publish is our editor. If you can, please support us on a monthly basis. It takes less than a minute to set up, and you can rest assured that you're making a big impact every single month in support of open, independent journalism. Thank you. Thanks for watching our video. Please hit the button and subscribe the channel.